There are Muslims, and there are pious Muslims.
Wonderfully pious.
Wonderfully pious.
Absolutely.
But then, if you look at that, if you look at the whole world of Islam presently, these Muslims who are pious, some of them, very few of them, are also actively engaged in a social emancipation.
Right. Social justice.
The rest of the world.
Well, this is the separation of deen from millah.
Yeah.
Because Islam has these two concepts. It has the personal, which is deen. This is our relationship with God. But it also has the millah, which is the collective group of what our goal is as a collective body. Yeah. And the goal of the collective body is the establishment of social justice, right, which is called Sharia, the sacred law. Now, one of the things that you see...
No, but I want you to answer also.
This is important because we get back to this colonial idea.
Yeah.
The Quran very clearly says, لَن تَرْضَ عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا نَصَارَ حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ. The Jewish tradition and the Christian tradition, which is not religious, it's their social phenomenon, which I now think is Europe and America. This is the Judeo-Christian phenomenon. They will not be content until you follow their millah. Now, in the Quran, it does not say deen, which is their personal piety or their personal transactions with God. No, it says their millah, how they function as a collective body. Now, the dominant millah of our modernist condition is the consumer society. This is the idol of the age, consumption, that we were born to consume. Now, first of all, two interesting things to note. One is that consumer in Old English means the devil. And the Quran says, إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ. Those who are gratuitously extravagant are the companions or the brothers, the brethren of the sayateen, the shayateen, who are, this perverse element in human society and in the human heart, which is calling people to lower functions. And so the idea of the consumption now is being presented to the world as salvation. As salvation. Right. That you will be happy through buying. Yeah. That you will be happy if you will have all those goods that are going to make you happy. This is the constant message of the television, the constant message of media, the message of government. More. If we can just make more schools, if we can just put more computers in the schools, if we can just have more prisons, there'll be less crime. So everything is more.
That, unfortunately, is a part of capitalism.
Well, yeah, at its last stages. But what Islam is saying is no. By having less, you have more. By diminishing your exterior wants and increasing your interior wants. Because we have interior and exterior wants. Our interior wants are not the same. Because if I'm cold, it's my body that's shivering. It's not my soul. And I can deal with that. I just put a blanket on and I can resolve that crisis. But if my soul is shivering, then what do I use to cover up that? Well, you can attempt to put a blanket, which is what consumerism is. You see, no, and the blanket doesn't work. Well, here's a new and improved, right? This is what they love to use in their commercials. The new and improved blanket. This will really make you warm. Oh, this new car. Wait till you get this new stereo, this new television. It just keeps going and going and going. And in the end, this human being is left consumed. Because the consumer is ultimately consumed. Because life consumes.